What if I told you that one of the most critical pieces of equipment keeping American soldiers alive during war wasn't a missile system, wasn't armor plating, wasn't even a radio? It was a roll of tape. Welcome to World Timeline, and today we're talking about the most underrated hero in military history, duct tape. Picture this: Vietnam, 1968. You're a chopper pilot. Your UH-1 Huey just dropped a squad of soldiers into a hot zone. Bullets everywhere, jungle canopy above, mud below. You pull up to climb out, and you hear it. Ping, ping, ping. AK-47 rounds punching through your fuselage. Now here's the problem. The Huey wasn't built like a tank. The body panels? Thin aluminum. An AK-47 round goes through it like a knife through paper. Those bullet holes weren't just ugly, they were dangerous. A helicopter's aerodynamics are incredibly sensitive. Even a few holes in the wrong places could throw off airflow, destabilize the aircraft, and make it nearly impossible to control, especially at low altitude in combat conditions. So what do? You can't land it in a war zone and wait 3 days for a maintenance crew to weld new panels. You can't radio in and say, hey, can we pause the war for a bit? You grab the duct tape. And I'm not being dramatic here. This was documented. Pilots and crew chiefs would literally slap duct tape over bullet holes, sometimes mid-mission, to restore enough aerodynamic integrity to get the bird home. Did it look professional? No. Did it work? Absolutely. The tape was strong enough, airtight enough, and crucially, fast enough to apply under pressure. We're talking a repair that took 30 seconds instead of 3 hours. And in a war where every minute on the ground in hostile territory could get your crew killed, 30 seconds was everything. Fast forward to 1991, the Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm. Now the enemy isn't bullets, it's sand. The American military deployed Black Hawk helicopters across the Saudi Arabian desert and quickly discovered a problem nobody had fully planned for. Desert sand isn't like beach sand. It's fine, sharp, and relentless. At the rotational speed helicopter blades move, sand particles hit the leading edges like thousands of tiny razors every single second, every single flight. Over time, the rotor blades start to erode. The precision-engineered surface gets chewed up, lift efficiency drops, and eventually you've got a multi-million-dollar helicopter that can barely get off the ground. The military solution? A multi-week blade replacement program. The field solution? Duct tape along the leading edge of the blades. Applied carefully before flights, the tape acted as a sacrificial layer. The sand chewed through the tape, not the blade. And when the tape wore down, you just peeled it off and put a fresh strip on. Simple, cheap, brilliant. What would have cost thousands of dollars in blade repairs and weeks of downtime was solved with a roll of tape and 20 minutes of work. Now you might be wondering, why duct tape specifically? Why not regular tape? Why not something fancier? 3 reasons. 1, strength. Duct tape has a fiber mesh woven into it. You can't just tear it apart with your hands along the length. It's genuinely structural. 2, waterproofing. The polyethylene coating means rain, humidity, hydraulic fluid, none of it gets underneath it. In Vietnam's monsoon climate, that mattered enormously. 3, adhesion under stress. And this is the one that soldiers actually nicknamed it for. In military circles, duct tape earned the nickname 100-mile-per-hour tape because it would hold at speed, on a moving aircraft, at altitude, under vibration. Regular tape would peel off at 60 miles per hour. Duct tape laughed at that and asked if you had something harder. The nickname stuck, and honestly, it's one of the most accurate product reviews ever given by people whose lives depended on it being true. War gets associated with the biggest, most expensive, most technologically advanced machinery ever built. Stealth bombers, aircraft carriers, cruise missiles. But when things got real, when a pilot was taking fire over a Vietnamese jungle, or a crew chief was watching his rotor blades erode in a Saudi Arabian sandstorm, what saved them wasn't the latest tech, it was a $5 roll of tape. And that says something about human ingenuity. With your under pressure, with limited resources and lives on the line, you don't wait for the perfect solution. You use what's in your hands. If you were a crew chief in Vietnam and your bird just took bullet holes, but you had 5 minutes to decide, would you fly it back with duct tape holding it together? Drop your answer in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you want more stories like this, the kind of history nobody teaches you in school, subscribe to World Timeline. New video dropping soon. See you in the next one.